So I was saying that we are doing a series on short stories. And so this week's series for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is It's Story Time. It's Story Time. And how this came about was recently I started reading short stories, and some of them are funny, some of them are heartfelt, but all of them have a lesson that we can apply to our life. Yes, I'm glad. Yes, we're going to hear story time. All right. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad y'all can hear me now. I need to make it a practice to look to make sure the microphone is unmuted, even though it should be. Sometimes it unmutes and sometimes it doesn't. So I need to double check that. Nevertheless, it's story time. So this story, I'm not going to give you the title yet because that will give away the whole story. So, this is a story of two frogs. One day, two frogs were hopping in and out of a watering hole and accidentally hopped in a extremely deep hole. They tried to leap out, but to no avail, had no success. So they began yelling and croaking until other frogs heard them and came to help. The other frogs looked over into the hole and said the hole was too deep for them to help. But both of the frogs kept leaping up the sides of the hole. The other frogs, leaning over the hole and waving their front legs, began to yell to the frogs to just give up and die, that there was no hope of them getting out of the hole. But both frogs kept leaping and trying to get out of the hole. They leaped for hours. And then one of the frogs just gave up. He was so exhausted and died. The other frog in the hole kept leaping and leaping and leaping, but the other frogs leaning over the hole kept yelling and waving their front legs for him to stop and give up. But the frog kept leaping, trying to get out of the hole. Finally, the frog leaped so high that he was able to leap to the top of the hole and use his back legs to push himself out of the hole. The other frog said, "Even though we told you to give up, that there was no hope of you getting out of that hole, you just kept leaping." The frog got out of the hole. He thanked the other frogs for edging him on. The other frogs didn't know that this frog was deaf. The frog was deaf. The lesson: sometimes you have to turn a deaf ear to what others tell you is impossible. Turn a deaf ear to what others tell you is impossible. You keep on leaping. You keep on leaping. You keep on leaping. Don't give up on life. Don't give up on living. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on getting yourself out of a hole, whatever that hole may be. Turn a deaf ear. Turn inward, right? That frog, he thought the other frogs yelling and waving their front legs, he thought they were encouraging him to keep going. And he went with that. He couldn't hear they were telling him, give up, give up and die. He wasn't hearing none of that. So think about our lives, right? What are you listening to? What are you listening to that it may be time for you to turn a deaf ear to and to turn within, right? To leap, to leap, to leap, to take that big leap that will get you out of wherever you are now, wherever hole you may find yourself in now. Know that it is temporary. Just like that frog knew, this is not my life situation. This is a temporary situation that I will leap out of, that I will prevail, that I will succeed. So don't give up. Let us be like that frog and listen to words of encouragement. Even when what people are really saying is not encouraging or maybe negative in some way, we get to decide, we get to interpret that for ourselves and use it and use it for our benefit. We get to use everything for our benefit by seeing it mm, through our spiritual eyes, by listening with our spiritual ears. We get to hear what it is that we truly need to keep us moving forward, leaping, leaping for life. Yes, that's what we get to do. And yes, Shay, yes, Shay. Shay said, girls, sometimes you got to turn a deaf ear to what's going on inside one's own head. Geez, yes, yes, especially that. That inner critic, if you want to call it that. I call her Melody. Melody got a lot of things to say, many times in opposition to what I want to do. And I turn a deaf ear to that inner critic. And so this is what we get to do. We get to make a choice. Just like that frog made a conscious choice to keep leaping, to not give up, to believe that everyone around him was also cheering him on, leaping for him as well, even though they weren't. But they didn't know. They didn't know he was deaf and that he was making his own reality about the situation and the role that these other frogs were playing in his life. We get to do the same thing. The same thing. We get to interpret. We get to shift our perception and our perspective about things. We get to decide. Everybody wants us to win, even the people that challenge us, because we get to use that energy for our highest good as fuel, if you will. So, what are you listening to? What are you listening to that it is now time for you to turn a deaf ear to? What are you hesitant to keep leaping for? Don't give up, y'all. I know you may be exhausted and tired and worn out. I know you may be feeling that way. And yet, you have it within yourself to use the power within you to keep moving forward, to keep moving forward, to keep making those leaps, those baby leaps. They don't have to be gigantic. Make a baby leap that moves you from where you are right now closer to the direction that you want to be. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. It's what we get to do. Whenever you find yourself down in the pit, down in the well, right? When you find yourself down in a hole, know that you have the inner resources to rise above, as long as you don't give up. As long as you don't give up. So encourage yourself, y'all. Root for yourself. When nobody around you is rooting for you, root for yourself. Tell that inner critic, we rooting for me. That's what we about to do. And if you ain't about that life, see ya. I don't want to hear ya. We get to decide. And does it take some effort? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So we stay in that motion. We stay in that vibration. We keep the momentum. Even if the momentum is as slow as the turtle still crosses the line, doesn't it? It still finishes. So this is what we get to do as well. So let me check in with you all. Linda shared, when I look back on what I have done and accomplished in my 70 plus years on this planet, on this plan, I am amazed at how much much is accomplished when I listen to my heart and keep moving forward. Yes, Linda, speaking from experience, keep moving forward. Listen. What are you listening to? Linda is listening to her heart. Listen to your heart. Listen to your quality. Are you still working with your quality? Come on now. Your quality that you committed to experience, express, and embody more fully this year. Listen to your quality of love, of peace, of connection, of steadfastness, of abundance, of joy. Whatever your quality is, listen to it. Turn a deaf ear to anything that's not like it. It's what we get to do. And we here at the Congregation of Joy, we encourage each other. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We encourage each other. Yes, listen more to your gut. Yes, Fee, my heart, my quality steadfast. Yes, listen, listen. What are you listening to? It's important, y'all. What are you listening to out there in the world? And what are you listening to within your universe, within your world? What are you listening to? Decide to turn a deaf ear to that which is not in alignment and move forward. Move forward. You don't got to argue with it. That frog wasn't arguing with them, right? He just kept moving forward. He just kept moving forward. So that's what we get to do. So that's the first story, y'all. It's story time. It's story time. And that story is called The Deaf Frog. The Deaf Frog. If you want to look it up, it's a great story with a great lesson that we can apply to our lives right now by practicing listening deeply within ourselves and turning off all that other noise, because that's all it is noise. I don't even understand what you're saying. What? I know I can't comprehend it, can't take it in. No. Mm-mm. We get to decide. We get to decide. All right, y'all. So we're going to have another story tomorrow. You'll see what that is. But I'm enjoying my short stories, and I'll share a couple with you. So that was The Deaf Frog. So let's get into some joy news. Let's get into some joy news. So first, Ministry of Joy. This is my Ministry of Joy. Morning Sip is part of my Ministry of Joy. And if you want to support my Ministry of Joy, you can do so by liking, by subscribing to my YouTube channel, by sharing the joy news with your circle, your network, your community. You can also support by getting some wonderful joy merchandise. So we have a Sip Joy mug, T-shirt, long sleeve, connect to your yes. Live Life Enjoy. Both come long sleeve and short sleeve. And we have our charity item, our Joy, Joy, Joy sock. And our Joy, Joy, Joy sock is the item where 100% of the proceeds goes to a organization that is doing good work through the work that Sekou Rice is doing. And you'll be hearing more about that. So, today is Wednesday, and so today is our final, y'all, our final book study of Sekou's book, Hack Your Pain Now. Hack Your Pain Now. We've had a amazing journey through May and June with his book, which is a emergency survival guide and 10 easy commandments. And he gives us a bonus commandment. And we are wrapping up the book study this evening with the book with Sekou Rice. So you can still join us and just come and listen, hear, get encouragement for whatever is going on in your life. Come tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's on Zoom. Go to rocklandcsl.org and all the information is there. Click Events, Community Cafe, and the Zoom link is there. So thank you, Sekou Rice, for your time, for your talent, for your energy, for your insight, for your wisdom that you have poured into us over these number of weeks in the book study. We so appreciate you. All right. So that's all the joy news I'm going to share today. We have more tomorrow. So have a wonderful today, everyone. And remember, what are you listening to? Who are you listening to? What are you listening for? What do I need to turn a deaf ear to? Because nobody got time for that. Yes? So encourage yourself, keep leaping. You will get out of that hole if you don't give up. If you don't give up, you'll get out of that hole because you got the whole universe cheering you on. Yes. So peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and justice. We are living life in joy, connected to our yes.